And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Fawcett. I'm touching base with you every day almost, except for Sundays probably. Anyway, how are you all doing? Today is our TrendWatch Thursday, and I'm so excited. First of all, another big shout out to Jamel Shabazz for yesterday spending time with us. What an amazing interview. If you have not seen the interview, if you did not hear the interview, make sure you check it out. Yesterday was such a great time together, and it went longer than we expected. It went for 2 hours, but it was worth every moment, every minute counted, and we learned so much about Jamel Shabazz yesterday. So check that out on our YouTube channel. Just go to Ron Lewis Photos or plug in Touch Base Daily into Google and it will pop up. Okay, let me see. Let me get my little banner going here because I would love to have my little banner so people will know what they're walking into. It is Trend Watch Thursday, and there's a whole lot in the news. There's a whole lot trending. And so let's see who's in the building. And Hannah is in the building. Good morning. She gets the gold. And Amparo, let me just put that up there. There it is. There it is. Good morning, Ron and RLP family. And then we have Amparo, Grand Rising RLP family. We have a lot to cover today. Woo, she says. And in third place is Chris R. Good morning, all. And yes, my friends, yes, indeed. And also in the building, in the back room, getting ready to come on in a moment, Miss G.R. Houston Jack. And she is there saying good morning. Also, Serena's here. She says, love that intro music. I do too. I need to figure out how to purchase it. I purchased it technically through Canva, but it does not suffice for YouTube. I need to create my own. So we're going to work on that. Anyone knows any music people? I could ask my cousin, right? Create an intro for me. Something similar to that. I like that intro. And I see here Kelly A is in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Yes, great conversation yesterday. Yes, and Mr. B is in the building. Bryson's in the building. He says, what's up, Ron? What's up, RP fam? What's up, CQ fam? Happy Fight Night Thursday. One more day before the weekend. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And who's in the building? Wonderful guest from yesterday, Mr. Jamel Shabazz is in the building as well. So, guys, we are here. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to dive in. I'm going to bring in... yes, so you see right here this. If you hear the sirens, it's just New York. That's to be expected on this channel. if my windows are open, there are sirens going. So let's bring up the panel because it is Chris, my partner in crime. What's
Good
going on?
morning, sir.
How you doing, sir? What's going on? First of all, how are you?
I'm good. It's fall.
I see your background is very fall.
It's fall.
It's the autumn.
The weather is beautiful here in Delaware. A little bit of rain this morning, but it's nice and cool. The high, I think it's like 75 today, I believe. Looking forward to that. I'm loving this weather. Just waiting for the colors to change now.
Yeah, you know, the London, I think they call it London Elms or London, I can't remember, it's London Oaks or London Elms. They're beginning to, they don't turn color, they just get crusty. They get crusty brown.
Wow.
So those are the first trees. And then we have the, what do you call it? Horse nut trees or horse chestnut trees. They're like chestnuts, but they're horse nuts, horse something. Anyway, and here in this area, they start to turn colors right now as well. So, and they don't turn colors; they just turn brown. They just start to become crispy. And but yeah, they said we should have a cool autumn season. Really nice colors, colors this year.
I'm hoping for it. I want to get out to get some photographs this year. I've kind of missed the last couple of years.
Wow. I tell you. Anyway, let's bring on Gwendolyn. Let's bring her on right now. What's up, Miss
Hello,
G?
hello.
It is fall, and my allergies are killing me.
Uh,
Although I do love Chris's background. I'm like, where's my Navage? I gotta breathe. It's bad over here. It's bad.
Oh man,
Yeah, it's
it
a
is so
high pollen
funny
count.
when people
Ugh.
tell me they have allergies in places like Texas. I mean, like when I told Gwendolyn, I was like, I didn't know you guys had allergies, but I guess people have
We have
allergies.
plants here, Ron. We
Yes, you
have
do have
plants.
plants and trees everywhere.
We have trees.
The same thing with my friends
Yeah.
in like South Carolina. I was like, I was like, I have allergies. Yes, we have allergies, Ron. Everyone has allergies.
Well, you know what? If I may, I didn't develop an allergy until I started moving between New York and Texas as a student in college, and I developed an allergy then. And it started in New York because it was like all over. So it's obviously my body has changed, and so this is where we are.
It's
But I'm
interesting you would
excited
say
about
that.
today. So much news. So much news.
So much
Lots of news.
news
Lot
going
of
on.
local news.
Local news in New York is on
Yes.
fire.
Yeah.
And let me just get straight to the headlines. And let's go there. Let's go there. Here we go. Well, first of all, you all probably have heard it was on the news as if it was national news. New York City Mayor
last
Eric
night.
Adams indicted last night. And man, I don't know what to say. I mean, first of all, where there's smoke, there's must be fire. There's been so many people that have resigned from the administration over the last 6 months. And really over the last 3 weeks, we've lost several.
Even over the weekend.
Yeah, it's been. And then the folks, you know how the folks are when the sharks smell blood in the water, they're coming. And they all are talking about he needs to resign. He needs to be, taken out of office. They need the governor to take him, out of office and replace him. It gets nasty. It gets really nasty when people smell the blood.
Listen, you know what? First of all, I think this is just New York politics in general. I mean, the governor stepped down, was it last year, the year before? And now you've got this New York City mayor, and it's far reaching. They're talking about him being basically in bed with like Turkey, Israel, and some other countries, pay for play, that type of stuff. And a lot of the people that he appointed in his cabinet were a part of it. So, I'm not surprised. And it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, they're all doing it. And the thing about it is you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught.
I'm going to fight you on all. I'm going to say there are always bad apples in the barrel. There are some good politicians. There are some.
Yeah, no, they are.
That are good and honest and trying to do the right thing. But and we don't know what the indictment is for Mayor
it's going to be unsealed today.
Yeah, it's unsealed today. But it was interesting that the chancellor for the for the education system here last week was saying, "I'm going nowhere. I'm going nowhere. I'm going to be here." And then obviously he resigned this weekend. So it's
that's always an indicator.
I'm always here until I'm not.
When they profess too much, then you know something's coming.
Yeah.
It was. I just sat there and said, "What is going on?" So again, there are people that are definitely saying, obviously the ones that are going to be running for mayor next year are already like, "Oh yeah, we think he should resign. We think he should resign. He should come out of office and yada yada." And I don't know what to believe on this situation. I know a lot of people do not like Eric Adams. New York City has. I think every person that likes him, there's a person that doesn't like him.
Yeah. He was polarizing from the moment that he stepped on the stage. A lot of people do not like him. I don't, I'm kind of removed from New York City politics because I don't live there, but yeah. I remember like when he got elected, like people were just like, nope, we don't want him.
And Power say, And Power said, "Is this a play to clear the lane for Cuomo? Because there is rumors that Cuomo is going to be running for mayor here."
Why? Like,
I'm
sir,
like,
go sit
just
down.
go away.
Go
I
sit
mean,
down
look, why
somewhere.
would you be governor and then become mayor?
It don't make sense.
Power corrupts completely.
But then it's the ego. It's the
Yeah.
ego.
It's ego.
Well, you have to have an ego to run for public office. I mean,
Yes, you do have
It
to have
doesn't
a
matter
level
who
of
you are.
ego.
You have to have some sense of ego and of self in order to do that because it's such a public facing position.
It's just, to me, I'm like, look, you're the governor. You were the governor. Just chill out.
And you resigned in disgrace.
Write books. Go. There's so many things you could be doing with your time as a former governor. You could raise money for charity. You can build relationships between communities. You have so much leverage. Why jump into the politics of being mayor of New York City? Don't get it.
Power.
Power.
They want
Yep.
power.
Yep.
Hey, Elise is in the building. Elise, I send you an invitation if you decide you want to come on. I know you've not been watching the news lately because you've been kind of like on the, hiatus from TV. But yeah, so the whole Mayor Adams thing is just kind of crazy. It's just so sad because and that's why so many people do not have a wonderful, a nice feeling when they think of politicians, because there's just so many bad ones.
Well, okay, so can we say this? Like, yes, you do need a little bit of ego, but there
Yes.
are people who are there just to serve their community and their constituents. And then somewhere along the line, but it's a choice. Somewhere along the line, people start smoking their supply.
Oh,
And then they get to a place of, I'm way up here, and you start making these really questionable decisions. But that's always choice because you don't have to go there.
yeah.
You don't have to go there. Like, there are no shortcuts. There are shortcuts, but they come with the price.
They come with
Sometimes
a
that price is
price.
jail time.
You will pay. You will pay for your
Yeah.
shortcuts.
You're going to pay for it.
I-
But it's
I-
a decision. You don't have to go there. People choose to go there. I don't, I told you, Ron, I considered at one point getting into my local politics, and it started
You would be
with,
good at politics.
man, they shoot me. It's like, you gotta take that heifer out now. No. But mine started with a bus stop in my community because it didn't have adequate trash cans around the bus stop. It didn't have a cover.
Okay.
This is in Houston. And so they were like, well, if you want to adopt it, then that's like, I will adopt it. So I adopted it. I made sure I kept it clean.
You
They gave me
adopted a trash can.
It had a cover. So it starts from a place of, I want the world to be better.
Yes.
When you choose to go down this other path for all the riches and whatnot, that's your choice. It's nothing to do with your people. That's where that other ego comes in, because it's like, you have enough. We have enough. We don't need all this other stuff. But that's
right.
my choice. But there are.
But you
people
would have
who
been.
don't look
You
like
would
that.
be good. You would be good at politics. I really do believe
It's
you
not
could
too late.
really.
It's not too late for me, Ron. It's not too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
I think you're onto something really special if you decide to do it. I'm just saying, as your work husband.
Add one more thing to my list. Why not? Let me go ahead and write that
One
down.
more thing to your
Girl,
list.
where do you find the time to do all this stuff anyway? Because I want some of that energy.
Yeah, because Gwendolyn is like every woman.
Listen, I turn on YouTube and like, there she is again. The notification, Gwendolyn's about to go live or her show's coming. I'm like, when do you find the time?
And she is on the beach somewhere, or like this time she was in the desert. And meanwhile, her feeds are going. She is so organized. My hands.
I'm here for
go
it.
up and like you're the best. You're the best. Anyway,
I'm here for it.
Did you guys see Adrian? Adrian's in the building.
Pre-fluff daddy. Oh my gosh. No, leave him there. Leave him there. He should listen. You know that catchphrase he's always saying?
Daddy.
Take that. Yeah.
Oh. Well, the whole thing is, like I said, the other day I went down the rabbit hole, and so now I'm in the middle of deleting like on your YouTube channel, you can go to the three buttons that say not interested, not interested, not interested. Because one day I went down the rabbit hole of and it was like this thing called Law and Crime. It's a platform on Instagram, on YouTube, and they were covering everything about Diddy and the people that connected and Jay-Z and all that stuff.
Everybody's coming out.
And
Woodworks.
everybody's coming out. It's like a free for all. Wendy Williams came out this week, and this person came out that. It has been nonstop.
You know why?
Monday to today.
Because they're not afraid anymore.
Now they're not afraid.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Like you said earlier, when there's smoke, there's fire. This is a forest fire of historic proportions. All right. All of California is on fire, basically.
Yeah. You can say Canada. Canada is on fire. I mean, a huge forest fire.
We're downwind of the smoke.
Yeah, it's going to get really bad.
This is nothing compared to the firestorm that's coming. Because like everyone that he's worked with or been associated with or been photographed with is now coming out and saying, hey, this is why I never stayed for the parties, or this is why I never wanted to be a part of that organization. I mean, they're pulling up old interviews. I watched one with Mace yesterday.
Oh, that was trending yesterday. I saw it too.
Where he basically was the genius behind Bad Boys. He never got credit. He wrote all the music, gave stuff to Biggie. He's not taking anything away from the other artists, but like he never got the credit. Like Puff Daddy took all the credit that he created all this stuff, put out all this music, when it was Mace that was doing all this work behind the scene and never getting any credit for it. So like all of this stuff is going to come out, and everyone is going to see Diddy for who he really is.
Did you know that P. Diddy, Fluff Daddy, Lord have mercy.
You got Ron sitting here saying Fluff Daddy.
Only Adrian. This is the young man. I tell you,
family.
But what happened was I did not know this. I mean, obviously, like I said, I was in this rabbit hole. I just kept falling. It was like Alice in Wonderland. That Puff or P. Diddy, whatever his name is, P. Diddy, Fluff, whatever. He was paying, and he still continues to pay Sting $2,000 a day.
Damn.
$2,000 a day for using every breath you take. God. Because he did it illegally, right? He wasn't supposed, he didn't ask for permission. And Sting said in an interview on the Breakfast Club that $2,000 a day for the rest of his life. Now that's crazy. I was like, wow, I wish I would have made something and someone took it and made something out of it. And think about $2,000 a day for the rest of Diddy's life. That was crazy. Oh, when I heard that, it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I was like, I just couldn't believe it. Anyways.
I believe it. Hold on.
What else is Adrian saying over there? I see him. That's what he gets for making a song about you missing the friend you had killed. Oh no, you did not say that. That was Adrian saying that, y'all. So that's not Ron saying it. That's Adrian. That was from the audience.
But listen, hold on. I got something. I will stay in New York real quick. So this was, I believe, this was this was announced this morning. Hoda is leaving the NBC morning show early next year.
Is she?
Yes,
she announced it on the air this morning.
Where's she going?
They didn't. I don't know if she said.
I don't recall seeing that she was going anywhere. I didn't recall.
It doesn't say.
She has, she has a daughter, right? An adoptive daughter. It just could be for family, but it was like breaking news on my computer. Like Hoda stepping down. I thought that's breaking news. Okay.
Well,
she decided that it's the right time for me to move on. I obviously had had my kiddos late in life, and I was thinking that they deserve a bigger piece of my pie that I have. So
family.
Family time. People realize how important family
Here's
is.
the thing. Now, let me tell you something. Sometimes these are indicators of something bigger that's going on. Because who's to say? We'll find after she leaves. We'll find out. If there's something going on behind with MSNBC, NBC, Comcast, and like a big shakeup that's coming, or there's some controversy coming. Because the last time, like when Matt Lauer left, there was a whole big controversy that broke after that. So take these things with a grain of salt.
Did anyone see Biden on The View yesterday?
Yes.
No, it was really good. At least on my opinion, it was really good, interesting. He shared,
and it was live. That's key. It was live because they've had other presidents on. Obama was on, Clinton was on, but it was always taped and then aired later. This was actually live, and I think that was a good decision on his team's part because it allowed people to see him and how he interacts with people live. You can definitely tell like he looks like my grandfather, my grandmother when they're really they've gotten older, and it's just age. He's what I mean? But he was funny. He was witty. Yeah. He was really good. I thought it was good yesterday.
It was good, and the women of The View love him.
I'll have to go out.
And the audience loved him, so you can catch it on
on
YouTube. I mean, they were all saying we were gonna be in there no matter what you did. And then obviously, Whoopi said, she goes, I was a little pissed off about how they did it.
Yeah.
And I think everybody was. I think anyone that was following politics was not happy how the Democrats did it. But we're happy that Kamala is doing what she's doing.
The other thing too is Alyssa asked him point blank, do you think you would win if you were still in the race? And he, like, without hesitation, he was like, yes, I would have beat him.
Yeah, I would have beat him.
Yeah.
I think he would have. I think when it comes down to when people get into the poll booth, in the voting booth, they're going to say, do I want the country to go crazy or do I want the country to be stable? And I'm hoping that Americans will step up to the plate of, I want the world to continue to be a better place and not go back to crazy. I'm hoping.
It's not a strategy. It's merely a wish without a plan.
Yes. You got to have a plan because
you got a plan.
Hope is not a plan and a wish is not a plan. Okay. Also, in Florida, Hurricane Helene is to hit Florida. Ooh,
yes.
It's a category 4. Last time I checked.
Yeah, it's going to be a category 4.
It's 3 right now, but it's going to go back up to a 4 when it hits land later today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's going to be a really bad one. They say it's going to change the landscape of the they call it the Bend area. So it doesn't look good. People, there was some footage of a gentleman. He literally packed up his whole restaurant, chairs, banquettes, everything. He put into a big truck to haul it away because they're expecting storm surge of 20 feet.
Yeah,
so
and it's a massive storm. It's huge. When you look at it, it's huge. It just actually left Cancun. Was it yesterday, the day before? Yeah. I'm hoping that this doesn't change any plans because the guys have a concert in Cancun in 14 days, and we leave.
You should be good. Oh yeah, you'd be good.
Yeah,
unless there's another hurricane.
Well, you say that depends what part was hit. But if I may, so I've been in Florida when they have had like hurricanes come through or tropical storms, and Florida is very narrow, right? Because it's a peninsula. So the storm that came through in Tampa, and I'm down in Boca, but everybody feels it because it's not a big state. I mean, it's long, but it's not wide. So everybody feels it. So even though it's going to hit in a certain place, every Floridian is going to get this hurricane.
Yeah.
Every single one. Go ahead.
They're showing on the maps. Yeah. Like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Boca getting hit, like regardless. And then of course, Florida always has a tendency to flood very easily. Yes. Miami is basically underwater. I mean, on a sunny day, it will flood in Florida. There's no rain anywhere, but the water rises.
Yes. The sea is rising.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I called my family. I called my girls. Want to know if they had a plan. And then by the time it gets to Atlanta, it might still be a Category 1 hurricane. So of course,
Yes.
I called my
Well,
friends and my grandsons in Albany in college. I'm like, "Are you
listen,
guys okay? What's the plan?" So
I have a
yeah,
Because you
flight
need a
tomorrow to
plan.
Atlanta, so I'm praying that it doesn't hit bad tomorrow because I don't want any cancellations.
yeah.
Got to go to California, so and it's
It's right
California
because
via
also,
Atlanta.
yeah, so if you, but you don't have it. Well, you know what they say, if one of the major hubs goes down, that it messes up everything around the country
Yep,
flight
Yep.
wise. So,
and Atlanta's a
also,
major hub.
where is Dr. Tachi in Florida? Is
Fort
she in the
Lauderdale.
northern? She's in
Fort
Fort Lauderdale.
Lauderdale.
So
Yeah,
she's gonna get a lot of rain.
Mhm. Like every part of the state gets it. Whereas like when a hurricane, I hate to say it, when a hurricane comes in through Houston, I'm like, am I gonna get any rain? Can I get anything? Because but Florida is not like that. Everybody feels the storm.
Yeah, it gets. I mean, it is, and it's flat. It's flat. So whatever happens, everyone feels it. So also,
yeah.
did anyone? Obviously, here's another headline. Did you guys see the Kamala interview with MSNBC Stephanie Rule?
I was knocked
Didn't
out.
see it
I
yet.
was knocked out.
Yeah,
You
I
know
was
me. I had to
tapping.
see it. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was very well done. It was
I
only
didn't watch it
25
yet.
minutes. It wasn't long. It was a great interview. I thought it was a great interview. And why? Because it was a conversation.
Mm.
It didn't feel like Stephanie was trying to get her on a, clincher and say, "Oh, you know what? I got you there." It was a true conversation, and Stephanie gave her some really good questions about the economy, about taxes, about the tariffs, about partnerships with the corporations, all these things, and being a capitalist. So it was really, really informative. If you have not seen the interview, it is on MS. You just click on MSNBC and they have it there, just sharing it, because they did not hold back on holding, like, okay, you have to be a member of MSNBC to see it. No, you can just go straight to the MSNBC on YouTube and check it out. But I thought it was really good. So Chris, you saw it, right?
No, actually, I missed. I was so before I got on, I was kind of like scrolling through, taking some of the key takeaways. I'm gonna watch it after I get up. Last night was a very early night for me,
It should have been for
unusually
me.
early, so I was knocked out. But I'm definitely gonna go back and watch it. And what I love is that now she's doing all the things that she needs to be doing. I think in the very beginning, like that first month and a half, she really had to be kind of everywhere, but do it in a large format versus doing the small. So now, like, she's kind of narrowing it in as we get closer to election, because it's what, 5.5 weeks until election now, basically.
Yeah.
So I think you'll start to see her do more of these type of things.
It was interesting that Mark Cuban was saying how she first of all, he endorsed her yesterday. Well, really the day before yesterday, but he was at the financial. They had a financial summit yesterday. I forgot what place it was at.
Pittsburgh, right?
Was it Pittsburgh?
Was it Pittsburgh?
I think it was in PA. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in PA.
Yeah.
And he was there, and he was saying how policies made so much sense. But then when they interviewed him, they were sharing how they thought also, he said that she was running her campaign like a great CEO. And the reason why, he says, here's a person that was pushed into a position just 2 months ago and has changed the perspective of who she is. When she first started out, she was 12 points down on favorabilities. People didn't know who she was. They didn't like her, yada, yada, yada. And now she has one of the highest favorabilities ever in presidential elections. So she has the only person that can compare is Bush right after the 9/11 event. And she's at 49% favorability. And he was saying how the whole campaign has been steering. You take this, it's like taking a big ship and going one direction, and now you're pivoting the ship to another direction, and it has been done seamlessly. And I have to agree. I have not seen, and most people that follow politics, when you hear them speak, obviously, unless they're biased to Trump, they will say this is an incredible turnaround, and that the Kamala Harris campaign has been flawless. flawless. And I think
It
that
has
pace is
been.
what. And I said, why break it if it's working?
Yeah, if it's working.
Yeah.
She's talking to people, and like on CNN today, I get pissed off on CNN. Lord knows, sometimes I have to really, because I like to look at all the media, and but sometimes I get really beside myself with some of those people on CNN, and because some of these people are almost like foxers, and they are speaking lies, spewing points, and they never are telling the truth, and it's always at a bias. I mean, come on, you can't tell me you are a even broker. Even if you love Trump, you got to acknowledge when someone else is doing something right. So it's just my thinking. And because if Trump did something right, I will say it. I will say, oh, that was a good point.
He doesn't, so
But he's
that's
a
not going to
liar.
happen.
He lies, and there's no ever a good moment with Trump. So,
Well, I did watch her economic speech. I watched part of it yesterday, and she had
This year.
really good plans laid out when she was talking to everybody. But I also thought to myself, to be able to sit down and have someone articulate their thoughts and not get agitated by listening to them, that alone wins my vote, if I can just
And
say.
talk about other things that make no sense.
Right.
Or just have concepts. Remember?
concept of a plan. A concept of a plan. Let me just give you some of the titles that we talked about on just some headlines. I was just say some indexes. One was the opportunity economy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was and she's been sharing the same thing pretty much for the last 2 weeks about the opportunity economy. The other was partnership with corporations, and now using government instead of going after corporations and being like fighting corporations to make America better, but now pulling corporations in, becoming partnerships together to build a better society. And she also brought up in that in the this is the interview, but she brought up also in the economic policy talk. She was talking about how the Empire State Building, which most Americans know about, was built during the recession and also built in 1 year. Could you imagine? The tallest building in the world back in the Empire State Building was built when? The 40s?
I don't remember.
So look it
Let's
up.
look it up. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat.
I need the Google machine. And but the Empire State Building was built within a year, and the massive Pentagon in DC was built in 16 months. And so she was talking about, why are there so many red tapes now? You got to go through so much to build and create and help the American public. Or like you have also the amazing interstate highways under the Eisenhower administration. So can you imagine? We did not have a highway system 70 years ago. All
right, so here it is. Construction of the building began in 1930, and after incredible 13 months, just 410 days, it was completed in 1931.
1931. So
record. That's the fastest any type of skyscraper has ever been built.
Yeah, and it still stands to this day. It is a remarkable building. So she was just using it as a point of saying, look, we as Americans can do great things when we get rid of the red tape and get rid of the junk. Here's another thing.
Well, the red tape is really about money. People lining their pockets. That's what it's about.
The unions and all the other places. But Harris also mentions, I am a capitalist. Ooh. And so that really throws out the Marxist people that think she's a Marxist or thinks she's a communist or any of that stuff. And her policies are capitalist and thought. But she also says, I believe in I am a capitalist, but I also believe in a fair shake across the board and taxes. I believe in fair taxes for everyone, that corporations should not be paying less taxes than their secretaries or a teacher or a fireman. So there you have it. And also they talked about tariffs are a tax. And I can't get
on the
over it.
American people.
It is on the people. And I don't understand why people are buying into this tariff thing. Maybe they need to look at the farmers how that affect them when they did the tariffs under Trump. So they need to go and look at the interviews of how the farmers were hurt, and they had to give them money to help them because of the tariffs he's such a fool.
So listen, Trump's 20% tariff that he wants to impose on imports would cost the American people $6 trillion in the deficit,
and $4,000 individually.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know what tariffs are, in case there's someone that doesn't know what tariffs are, tariffs is when you get is a form of, if you sell in our country, we're going to charge you to sell in our country, and you give them a tariff. So they have to pay that tariff to sell in your country. For instance, and this was, now here's something that I will say was a good move for Trump. One of the tariffs made sense. Well, maybe two. Here's the first one. The first one is that they put a tariff on furniture that came out of China because it was competing. They wanted to make sure that the American furniture companies, they could not bring their prices down. And so they could not compete against the low cost of Chinese products. So what they did to create an even playing field is they gave a tariff to raise the prices of the Chinese goods so that they would be in equilibrium with the American goods. So it was a fair playing field. And they also did that with some of the cars.
Yes, some of the cars.
And also to remember, when those tariffs are imposed, the Chinese government increases the prices of what it costs.
Exactly.
So guess who pays for it? The American people pay for it. So, say you're going to the store and what you would normally buy a chair for, like, say $200, there's a 20% tariff on top of it so that you incur the cost of that. Okay. And now for like everyday items, that is the same thing. So, just be aware when he says, "Oh, I'm imposing a tariff to help the American," no, it doesn't help us because we end up paying for it.
The American public will always pay for the tariffs because the companies that are charged tariffs will put it into the price of the goods.
And they don't want to underline their profit lines.
And tariffs there is a place for tariffs. Like we just talked about, 2 reasons why you would use tariffs. But the other crap that Trump is talking about is literally that crap. Anyway, so just had to
let's just circle back real quick. So Eric Adams, they federal
do you have breaking news, sir?
Yeah, no, the investigators, they actually served a search warrant on his house this morning, and there's gonna be a news conference at 11:30 a.m.
Gotcha. Okay.
To unseal the indictment. So this is not good. When the feds come knocking on your door and search your house early in the morning,
and we all know when the feds come, they usually have they already know what they're looking for.
They already know what they're looking for, and they know where to look.
And they know where it is. Also, one more thing for the Harris, she was talking about the economy for the middle class. So again, if you guys want to see that interview and also her speech yesterday, those 2 events were really good. I think you will be well informed. For all those people out there that are undecided and say, I don't know what she stands for. Well, just pick up a book. Just go to Google.
Those books are banned, sir.
So what time is it? Where are we? Okay, we're good.
We're good. 10:41.
Gwendolyn, you got anything that you want to talk about, my dear?
I want to talk about your friend Janet and her foolishness.
Oh God, don't talk about Janet. No, talk about Janet. No.
She just dug herself a hole.
What the? What's going on with Janet?
You know, it's like I said. Okay, so as I told you, when we travel, I get to read the news in the car. So on the way back, I'm scrolling. I'm like, wait, what? What is this? You're questioning someone's heritage and ethnicity? What? I
What
thought it
is
has to be a
going
fluke. It
on
can't
with
be.
Janet?
But when you start saying stuff like, that's what I heard, it's like, come on, we are too old for that. We're too old for it. Like, we're entirely too old to even do the thing of, well, I heard her daddy white. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but I just heard that. Why would
Girl,
you do
her
that?
father
Like,
is
I don't
Jamaican.
understand.
I do not understand.
She's entitled. Okay, so check it. Every person that we see in the limelight, like your sports, your athletes, your persons, we all know that they are regular people who pay their bills, some of them anyway, and they have a place for their own thought. I get it.
Yes.
I don't like what she believes in. That's fine. Is it disappointing to recognize she's a little simple? It's disappointing, but
I mean, that could be easily solved. Just like literally go on, pick 3 news sites to go and look her up and read, and you'll see pictures of her father, pictures of her mother, and then where they're from, and then you can make an informed decision on that. I love me some Janet Jackson, but this is really disappointing.
Yeah, I
Like,
love
girl,
Janet.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
But my thing also with Janet Jackson is that she could have also just simply said, no comment.
Yeah.
If you don't know, just no comment. That would have been the easy way out.
I'm not informed enough to know to make a comment. You know what? I think everyone would have respected that she said if she would have just said that. But what she did was she did a Trump move. She doubled down and then she fired the guy that tried to help her out.
Right.
And Chrissy says, Janet is too grown not to know better.
Yes, she knows. People know. She knows. It's disappointing that here we are, that you're playing into the idea of questioning someone's, race and ethnicity and their history and it's like, stop. It's like I told you, we're not going to walk around here with like our papers and start doing tests to see if you're like 1/8 Black or are you 1/32nd or you have like cut it out, cut it all out.
And and the memes were crazy on TikTok. They were not nice to Janet.
Listen,
and the comedians were not nice to her either.
Yeah, that
poor Janet. I felt part of me felt sorry for her, but then when she doubled down, when her publicist said she apologizes, yada yada yada, and then she said, "Wait, no, this is what I believe," and yeah, it was just not good. That was trending, and it's still trending, and a lot of folks out there.
Has it been a week?
No,
that was Monday.
It was like Sundays when I think
Sunday
I read
or Monday. It was Sunday.
Ugh. I read it on Sunday.
So it was Sunday.
It was a car ride conversation.
Oh, it was a car.
It probably, I think it happened like Friday or Saturday.
You and your hubby were talking about Janet on the road.
Yeah, we discussed the news. We discussed the news. That's my one.
Oh wait, by the way, happy anniversary.
Yes. Happy anniversary.
It was yesterday, right?
The 24th. My G day was yesterday. I have a lot.
G day was yesterday. Her anniversary was Tuesday. Happy anniversary.
How many years?
7.
Nice.
As the church folks like to say, the year of perfection. 7. The year of perfection.
I guess so. I suppose. It goes by really fast.
It went by fast. I remember getting on a plane and coming to the wedding, sitting in my little seat, and someone said, "Hey, could you control this little video camera for the wedding?" Absolutely. I will man the camera. 7 years already.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having
And Mr.
fun.
Jack is a good man. Let me tell y'all, he is a good dude and wonderful person, and he takes care of our Gwendolyn.
He does.
Wait, hold on. I had to ask you because I watched and I didn't watch the follow up. But did you get your hamburger?
I got a cheeseburger. Yes.
Okay.
I got a cheeseburger.
I was if you don't know what we're talking about, go watch our YouTube channel.
Oh, sorry. Adrian says it's the number of completion. Sorry, my bad. The church folks say number of completion coming from the pastor.
Corrected.
The pastor's in the room.
The pastor's
I stand corrected. I had a 60 moment.
You're good. We'll take your 60 moment.
Yes. So it's the number of completion. That's it. Thank you, son, boys. Thank you, son. Thank you. But yeah, so Gwendolyn, 7 years.
Yes, 7 years. So when we travel, I get to go through all the news. So we, of course, talk about a lot of things that were happening in the news. But we also like to talk about work. So if I may, this push to put people back into the office. I know a lot of us are freelancers, so we move around a lot, but just because I'm not involved in it, the husband is still in the office, but his job requires it. But this fascination for corporations, companies, whomever, to put the American worker back in the office, when we know at this point it's not necessary. And they like to say it's based on building camaraderie and being face-to-face, and training is easier, and it's about building community. And I go back to, was there not a woman in a Wells Fargo cubicle that was dead for 4 days?
Yeah.
That is only after she started to smell that her co-workers were like, what's that smell? No one missed Susie Q. No one knew that she had like scanned out, that her work wasn't turned in, and she's in her cubicle. Y'all didn't see her like not get coffee.
That was some story. When Gwendolyn told me that story, I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" I saw
that one.
Someone was in their cubicle and they had passed away, and no one knew for 4 days.
Well, to be fair though, it happened, I believe she went on a Friday, and then she was there Saturday, Sunday, and I believe Monday was a holiday. And Monday was a holiday, so that's why it was 4 days.
So it wasn't 4 consecutive work days.
Well, no. Okay, so I do understand the part about it being a weekend, but then that goes back to, where's her manager? Who's like, where is she? Where are her coworkers who are like, hey, let's go get something to drink. Let's go get lunch. Security didn't check it. The people who were cleaning, like, whatever. So I get that it happened.
Like that part right there. What happened to the cleaning staff?
Died on Friday, the day she was working.
Yeah.
That's when she passed away. No one knew this. Like, it's 8 hours, an 8-hour shift, a 5-hour shift. I don't care.
Hold on. How hot was it in there that her body started to smell?
Gwendolyn, your nephew. He says, "Not Auntie G exaggerating."
We're not exaggerating. But that's not exaggeration. This is real, though. It is real, because a lot of the conversation happening right now by the CEOs it's about camaraderie and community.
It's not
sitting face to face. It's about the money. And it's about power over.
Let me tell you exactly what it is. These people are still paying rent on these buildings, and there's no way to cover it. That's what this is about. It's about, they've got these buildings that they've leased, these long-term leases that they can't unload, and they need the revenue of people being in the office to pay for those leases. That's what all this is about, because for years before COVID, everyone's like, no, you can't work from home. We don't know how to do that. There's no infrastructure. And then when COVID hit,
we got everything.
All of a sudden, everyone worked from home for 2 years. No problem.
Most of the people I know
were more
work from
productive.
Home.
Yes.
People were more productive because they didn't have
less time commuting.
We actually,
you're not taking an hour commute.
Oh, y'all excited
People
about
actually
this
work more working from home.
More. Okay, well, Ron, okay, here's the deal. Again, I get that I no longer work in an office. However, I have colleagues and people who do. And what
Yes,
really irritates me, I mean, it gets to my core,
I know it
is the
does.
BS behind this whole community thing. You could care less. What happened beyond the money is that the American worker became a stat on a spreadsheet. We
Yes.
Yep.
became replaceable. We know people are seeing profits beyond crazy numbers and yet and still laying off the worker, but then have the audacity to ask for loyalty and want to know
That
why we
part.
can't do it's the relationship is so out of whack. So when you tell me stuff like this, I think every person should call the I almost said something. Should call the BS.
Listen,
Call
this is
it.
why I'm
PG
all about that
PG
whole quiet
platform.
the quiet quitting that went on last year. I'm all for it.
Well,
People, let me tell you something. Go ahead.
Adrian says, I agree that you shouldn't have to go back full time, but don't dismiss the benefit of FaceTime, especially for people of color. Out of sight,
FaceTime.
out of mind.
Well,
FaceTime.
clearly Susie Q in that Wells Fargo office, maybe she was person of color because didn't nobody miss her. I'm gonna say it again.
Listen,
I do appreciate some face-to-face time. And there are people like we know that some people need to be around other people. They do not do well on an island. I'm not one of them people, right? But I had a team that was in California, New York, Chicago, Florida, and then in Houston. My team felt very connected. We talked all the time on Teams. All the time. They never felt like they were not part of this thing. If I did anything, I shipped them stuff. They were included. We did tons of stuff virtually. So we know it is possible. I do understand that there is that, you have to play the game and that kind of thing. If that's what you want to do, like have at it. I don't really think it's worth it, but that's my own personal deal. But when we talk about FaceTime, I go back to how did that woman have a medical event on a Friday and no one noticed?
Yeah, like no one checked to say, all right, hi, bye. I'm leaving for the weekend. Have a great weekend. Like I remember when I worked in the office,
you say
we
goodbye
all
to
had our
people.
typical faces. But you always say you go over, you want to go out to lunch, or what are you doing? Bye, have a great weekend. Like nothing. I mean, nobody on her team, her managers, her co-workers, the cleaning crew. I mean, I even know the cleaning crew because when you stay late in the office, you see the people that come to clean.
Yep.
Nobody saw her. Was she in like a corner facing the wall and no one paid attention to her?
Well, she didn't. No one knew she was there until she began to smell.
That's so sad.
But even after we started doing the go back in the office, there were people taking pictures of themselves surrounded by nothingness, but empty desk. You can't talk about, I'm here for my employee, and we know why you really want us there, and then I get to work here by myself. I could do that at home. I don't need to be in the office for that. It's not necessary. And no offense, it's a business relationship. You are not my friend. I don't know. This whole deal, we should get together. We ain't got to do nothing but make this money and take ourselves home. That is it.
Kimmy says, I heard of someone who went on a cruise and traveled while working. That's what a lot of people, there are people that do that. They're traveling the world and working.
Does it really matter where we do the work? Does it really matter? If the work gets done, who cares when you get it done?
We're
going to change.
Really matter?
We're going to change directions.
Go ahead.
We're going to change.
She's over it.
I'm over it. That's a revolution. Power to the people, Ron. I'm trying to tell you.
Revolution.
Hey man, I get a little fired up. I admit it.
She got all worked up. I'm going to use this last one for Adrian. That he has a small business in the area of the corporate offices. Also suffered due to WHF. WFH.
Work from home.
That is part of the money driver. Okay, Dr. Tachi's in the building. We were all thinking about you, Dr. Tachi, for the hurricane coming your direction. We hope that you are in no harm's way. So everyone was thinking about you and talking about you and thinking of you. So we are here if you need us. Also, to close out, we like to close out with something fun. That's our new tradition.
Come on with it.
So do y'all know what today is? Does anyone know what today is? It's a
September
special
26th.
day. Okay, let me give you a little. Let me narrow it. It's a special date in TV.
I don't watch TV like that.
Traditional
How about
TV.
this? Traditional TV. Today
Oh,
is the Brady Bunch Day.
can I tell?
Started on
Ronald and I were
9/26,
just talking about this. I was
1969.
2 nights ago. We were in bed watching TV. I said, I wonder if this Brady Bunch is anywhere on TV you could watch. I literally said that 2 days ago.
So here we are. How many
Wow.
of you watched the Brady Bunch?
Well, we didn't have much to watch on TV. So
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, if it's not Good Times,
How
Yeah.
many? I want to
different
know
tropes.
how many people in this community watched the Brady Bunch. No. Oh, Kimmy says, I see hands up for Kimmy. Kimmy says, yep, they get those hands up. Kimmy says, yes, she watched the Brady Bunch. Who else? Did anyone else watch the Brady Bunch? I know I watched the Brady Bunch. We were religious Brady Bunch watchers.
I love that show.
No, yeah, is it Dumpling Day too? Oh, well, I didn't know that either. But today is. And
Love a good
look,
dumpling.
Dr. Tachi watched the Brady Bunch. Okay, Kelly A says, I watched the Brady Bunch. I see you there. I see Derek watched the Brady Bunch. And Chrissy says, yeah, she watched it. Getting those in there. I'm getting in. And Mimi says, I did. I think everybody in this community. It's the Brady Bunch Day. Yes, right, Mr. B, Mr. Bryson. Mr. Bryson, it is Brady Day. And so here's a question for you.
Uh-oh.
For the Brady Bunch folks out there. Who was your favorite character? Who was your favorite character on the Brady Bunch?
Alice.
I was about to say Alice.
Alice, yes.
We actually had a thing in our dorm that said Alice lives in Hoboken. So
she's the glue that held everything together.
Oh my gosh, Alice. Yeah. Yes, right. It was Alice. Elise says she watched. Oh man. Okay. Who was your favorite character? Who was Marsha. Kimmy says Marsha. Yeah, that was she was good. Who else had a favorite? Who else had a favorite? Adrian says y'all old. Shoot, you're right there. You were watching it too. The Brady Bunch. That's why we became the Brady Bunch.
Okay.
I love when they look around everybody else.
One day when this fella made this, anyway.
Oh man!
Hey, be careful! They might get you.
I used to love that. I used to love the Brady Bunch. It was my show. But I have to say, Alice was my favorite too. I just love that she was always putting out the fires.
Yeah.
And she was so hilarious.
But you loved the Brady Bunch?
I loved the Brady Bunch.
That was your show?
That was one of our shows. Our family used to get the Brady Bunch. My cousins, all of us, we sat down. We all thought we were characters on the Brady Bunch.
I didn't have that connection.
You didn't have that connection?
Did not.
Because they didn't have the power.
Oh!
He went there.
If I have to,
they didn't have the power.
I was really digging Bonanza and the Waltons. Okay.
Oh, the Waltons! Oh my God! Yes.
Now y'all trying to open up the Waltons?
Yes.
Yes.
So look, if you're gonna say the Waltons, I'm gonna say Little House on the Prairie. That was my show.
Well, before we go there were some people that also said, Charlene says she loved Peter.
Oh.
Okay.
She loved Peter. We all love Peter. You gotta love Peter.
Yeah.
How could you not love Peter? And Derek says Alice and Sam the Butcher. Sam the Butcher.
Then they got married, right? It was Sam she got married to.
They got together in the end. Yeah. I mean, near the end. Sam the Butcher. Yes. And
I think everyone loves Alice.
Everyone loves Alice. Okay, who else is in there? Let's talk 20 years from now. Adrian. She's talking to Adrian. Oh, Adrian says Bonanza. Adrian, did you watch Bonanza? Okay.
She's old.
Yeah. My
He's
mother's
what?
nickname in
He's
high school was
Generation
Pop Tart,
X.
so
He's not that far. He's just right after the baby boomers. Baby boomer here. He's a Generation X. So there you have it. So who else watched Bonanza? Ali says she liked Bonanza.
Who
I
didn't
love
like
Bonanza.
I watched Bonanza.
I love Bonanza. Yes. Dr. Tati says, I remember watching the spinoff called The Brady Brides.
Really?
Really? I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that either.
Ooh.
Investigate.
Ooh, that didn't live too long on TV. That didn't live too long. Oh my goodness, The Brady Brides? When was that, Dr. Tachi?
We're gonna do some research. Man.
Yes. Okay. Adrian says, I love Bonanza. That's where my love for horseback riding started. I remember taking Adrian horseback riding years ago. We went up to New Paltz, and that's where they had these horse ranches. And we got it was kind of cool. It's like a cold day. And we got there, and the guy was like, it's just you two. And we were like, really? And so we had the opportunity not to trot the horses, which is quite painful. Once you get off, you're like, your back is out of whack. But he allowed us to run the horses. Oh, nice. And we were gallop. We were moving. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And that was the first time. Adrian had gone to camp, so he already knew how to do the horse thing and all that. But I was like, just being a responsible papa. So we had a great time. Remember that, Adrian? I think you remember that. Yeah, we went on.
I love horseback riding.
Oh, I love horses. That's when I fell in love with horses. It was because of the Western movies, and we used to go horseback riding for school. My first time at a horseback riding event was in high school. They took the whole school up to some ranch, and we got on horses, and I fell in love the moment I got on a horse and didn't fall off.
Well, my family, they're cowboys, so they do the trail ride in February where it's cold as get out, and they will ride into Houston. Gwendolyn does not do that because, I'm just really not that fit. I can't be outside like that.
I got to show for you that I think a lot of people used to watch or won't admit they watch Telly Savalas back in the day, Kojak.
Oh, we definitely watched Kojak.
Okay.
We definitely watched Kojak.
That was another really good classic.
That was a good. Well, that's how I got. As a matter of fact, I think maybe it was Adam 12. Was the first time I fell in love with police shows. Remember Adam 12? Anyway,
remember that? Maxwell Smart.
Car 54.
What?
Which one?
Car 54.
What's Car 54?
Y'all didn't watch Car 54?
Is that
it sounds vaguely familiar.
Was that a Texan thing?
First of all, I know. So I didn't watch a lot of cartoons, but I loved Nickelodeon at night. So Nick at Night. And they would do all of the old shows. And Car 54 was like, Car 54, where are you? Y'all remember?
No.
Dr. Tachi, see, Dr. Tachi knows because Dr. Tachi, she understands. So, yeah.
Dr. Tachi's been a media girl since she was a girl. Yes. She was a little girl. She says, one Adam 12. That's right. I was an Adam 12. Yeah. I was Adam 12 fan back in the day. Adrian says, Car 54. Where are you?
Yes. Yeah.
Don't remember that
Charlene knows too. Charlene knows. I know y'all know Car 54.
Charlene says she knows it. Car 54. Yes. Car 54. Now
you took us down a rabbit hole, sir.
Now I'm gonna have to go in. I'm gonna go on YouTube later on. Look for Car 54.
Yeah, because it was Nickelodeon at night. It was called Nick at Night, and they would do all the things like Mr. Ed, which I just knew that horses could talk. I was like, I'm gonna get me.
Mr. Ed.
We
The love,
love
he's the one, of
Mr.
course. I love
Ed.
Mr. Ed.
Oh my goodness. Who
I
could
love
not
Mr.
love
Ed.
Mr. Ed?
Yeah.
Oh
A
my
horse is a
gosh.
horse, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Ed. Okay, guys. So this is a good way to end, right? Okay, it is time to let you guys go. It's Thursday. Guys, have an amazing work day. I hope you enjoy this segment of our TrendWatch Thursday. It is always great. I hope you like it. Do you guys like these moments down memory lane at the end of the show on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays?
I think they're good.
Yes.
I mean, we have pretty good memories. Even if you were born in this era, I think you
Yeah.
can have some really good memories. So yeah. But it also speaks to how far we have come in terms of technology and content and stories being told. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Dr. Taji says, we love them. Nostalgia is always good, says Adrian. And who else is in here? Gotcha. Good. I see all the love. So there is a lot of love for Car 54. I'm definitely going to check that out. I'm going to find Car 54 on YouTube. So Charlene says, she says, love memory lane. Yeah, nostalgia is a good thing. It just it brings back, it opens up your memory banks.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, guys. So tomorrow is Focus Friday. We'll be focusing on accounts and Instagram, YouTube accounts that are blessed, encouraging, and inspiring us, mainly in the lane of politics and how we can be better citizens in our voting, because voting season has begun. So we want to make sure that we still keep our minds on what? Project 2025,
Yes.
sharing that with our friends, our colleagues, anyone that we can share it with. Also, encouraging our friends to go out and vote. And it also make sure you like and subscribe on this program. If you enjoy this community, share it, like and subscribe. Okay, and do all of that. And I also want to make sure I do this. I neglected it this week, but I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors that are sponsoring this platform, our community, and you too. If you want to be a part of the sponsors on this page, let me know, and I'll let you know what you can do to become a sponsor of this platform. Okay, because that's how we do it. Yes, Chris.
One more last breaking news. New York City Mayor Eric Adams indicted on 5 federal public corruption charges, including bribery and wire fraud. And you can find me on Constantly Changing for Me everywhere on social media.
Yes, indeed. Okay, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, that don't sound too good. That don't sound too good. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Where's my banners? There we go.